let me ask you a question before we start about detolfs. When you...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Four Dummies, and I have the full cast with me tonight. Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
Robert Detoff.
I'm a dummy.
And Jisquam.
Yo, what's happening?
Tonight, we were going to talk about something that a lot of people have asked me to talk about on a sit-down Saturday. We're going to talk about boxes.
Most things that I love come in a box. I'm just going to say that.
Who keeps their boxes?
I do.
All of them?
Every single one.
What's your thought on that?
So I keep them because... I know at any moment I could just be out of this game on a whim. And so I just feel like for reselling, not that I'm going to get more money because I have the boxes, but I think it just makes the presentation better when I go to sell them.
You definitely will get more money if you have the box.
Yeah, I agree. But I think that if people are keeping their boxes only with the intention of possibly selling their I think you got the wrong mindset.
I think that for a lot of people, that's part of collecting, right? That's
Well,
part of the value of the figure and part of...
But Laura, there are people that they don't take it out of the box.
I'm aware. Bobby waits and gets rid of all of his boxes and then decides to sell them.
And then sells them.
So,
I know, but how much more money are you getting? Maybe it covers shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
super significant.
yeah, but if you're selling
A lot.
significant amount of toys,
It
it's
adds up.
significant.
It adds up.
I think if you got rid of your boxes, you would feel a great weight lift off your shoulders, and you would feel like a man standing on a hill in a breezy sunset.
There is something therapeutic about getting rid of the boxes. I had 4 or 5 different storage shelving units in my workroom filled with boxes, and then I got rid of almost all of them except for ones that I was like, I can see myself selling this. And
That room looked like a 99-cent store.
it did.
It still kind of does.
I save the boxes for everything.
So that is fascinating, just because I talked to just recently about this, and he was like, I say the boxes for everything, and I just thought he meant Transformers, Mario figures.
No,
my
everything.
man said he bought all these ceiling fans. He still got those boxes.
What?
Yeah,
In case he wants to return them.
Stacked in my garage. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I have a hard time just saying, because there's parts, that I don't use all the parts.
That's
Yes,
crazy
it is.
that you have ceiling fan boxes.
I know.
Like that might be a problem.
It probably is.
Okay, you pay a mortgage, I pay rent, we all pay for our space. You have to consider that you're paying a premium just to have that piece of garbage there, It's not just like, it exists and I can use it at any time. You're paying for that every month because that space could be utilized for something that brings you any kind of joy.
I understand that argument for the Transformer boxes and stuff because they're actually in the house.
No, but no,
But not for the ceiling fan boxes.
Yeah.
They're in the garage, so it's you know what I mean. What's that space being used for?
Who knows? Maybe you could have a freaking gym set. Maybe you need a Bowflex, huh? I think you need a Bowflex.
I'm on that no flex plan.
Are you only keeping the boxes with the intention of possibly selling it?
Yes, that is how I justify it. But then I say no because I keep ceiling fan boxes.
So why do you think you're keeping those?
Dude, I don't know. I never feel like my situation is permanent.
Nothing is permanent.
But you can't live with that constant expectation of things going wrong.
Okay, but
You never know when you're going to need a sturdy box.
I'm just saying, sometimes you get that moment where, if I get a toy in and I forget to ask Bobby if he wants to look at it and I toss the box, then I'm like, ooh, I don't have any boxes. What if I have to ship something? I'm like, you know what? Who knows what tomorrow might hold? Maybe a box will fall into my lap. And you know what? I never
with
have
you
a problem
guys,
finding a
good
box.
chance another box will be
Yeah,
arriving.
Exactly. You don't have to worry, Jisk. You can
But what
let
do you do
it
with
go.
all the for the figures? What are you doing with all the accessories and all that
I put
stuff that comes with them?
I put them in a Ziploc bag. I try to have the instructions in a way that shows what's in the Ziploc bag inside of the bag, and then I put all of the bags in a tote.
But he does not list what's in the tote.
It
True.
seems so unorganized to me.
I mean,
And I'm not saying that it is. That's just how it feels.
Well,
I'm sure it
it-
is more organized than having a bunch of boxes.
so it
You
got
had to
to
unpack all the shelves to find the boxes before
Exactly.
because it was like Tetris on the shelves. So now
Yeah.
you do have to go through the tote, but it's 2 totes. So
And
it takes
quick. quick.
less than 5 minutes to run through all of them.
He's all totes my goats.
See, what I used to do with the Iron Factory, because they were so little, I did the same thing, Ziplocs, and I was stupid. I used a Sharpie until I realized I could just put the instructions in there and that says what's in there. But with the Iron Factory stuff, they always come with annoying accessories, and they used to come with like extra things. Like they used to, early on, they used to come with a ton of stuff like shields and this and guns for the ports. And I used to just pile them, little piles of junk in the back in the shadows in my dark shelves. You couldn't see that they were there, but I always knew they were there. And that's what stresses me out about Megatron. I still haven't opened that Megatron because of all the accessories that he comes with.
No, just put them in a bag.
Yeah, I know. A freezer bag. So we have some in freezer bags, and we have some in like sandwich bags, and we have some in snack bags.
Yep. So I got the bags here right on my desk. Jisk. Dip your toe in the water. Take your trashiest toy that you don't care if you get full value or $10 less. And you know what? Shipping's cheaper when there's no box. Just try it. Take some of your crappier toys, toss the boxes, right? Try it. It's worth the experiment of the risk.
Just start with the ceiling fans.
Yeah.
But let's say you had to move, then how would you transfer?
It's actually more efficient to just bubble wrap your figures loose because they will fit in less boxes because they're loose and just bubble wrapped. Right. And then you have your tote with your
accessories.
I keep Fans Toys boxes because these are the one figures that do not go down in value. They only go up, and I do want to preserve their value in the event I need to sell some stuff. And also Iron Factory, I was shocked to learn recently how high the Iron Factory values are. I can't believe how much Starscream is. It's like $150 or something, or even more. And Flame Toys.
I keep my Flame Toys box.
Everything else, all other third party goes in the trash. Most of the Takara goes in the trash.
I keep my Hot Toys boxes, and I'm thinking about getting ready to let them go because I'm not selling them. And if I am selling them, and like, there's nothing that I'm going to sell that I'm looking for like some huge return on my investment. It's like a bonus.
What about your SOC Voltron?
Yep.
You threw out the box?
Yep.
Whoa!
Yeah, he threw out almost every box except for Hot Toys.
Okay, well, I can get behind that because I just trashed a bunch of boxes. I filled 3 bags recycling, like plastic and paper and garbage.
I had an SUV full times
like
3.
3 times, yeah.
Times 3. I'm talking about they're in every nook and cranny of that SUV. Not like the back is just loaded up. Everything. Like the floorboards, like everything was filled with boxes. So now I just kind of get rid of them as they come.
I'm sitting in this room looking at all, like literally around all these boxes right now.
How do you utilize space for your boxes? How do you work that?
So in the new house, where the collection is in the room, that's got a big walk-in closet. The boxes are just in there.
They all fit in the closet?
Yeah, they all fit in the, yeah.
Well, that's not hateful.
They're never out of, they're never
out of the closet.
But
no, never.
You could always take those doors off that closet and have a little Mega Man space.
Yeah, that'll never happen. What am I going to do with those boxes now?
Throw them out.
Throw them out. I think you should.
Just, we're going to have to fly down to Florida just to help you with this.
Little intervention, and we're going to come in kimonos. I do have one request. Take Robert's advice and either get rid of one box of the trashiest piece of trash that you have that, like, if you can get $1 for it, you'd be happy.
All right.
Or something that you're like, there's no way I'm selling this. Like, even if I get rid of all my toys, like, I'll keep this MP10 in truck mode on top of a bookshelf somewhere. And
I'm looking around. There's not a piece. I used to feel that way, but now, like, there's not a piece that, like, if I had to, I'd be like, all right, you got to go. Sorry.
Really? There's not. That's like a whole Dummies discussion, I feel like.
Half the problem for me is that I'm not looking at any of this stuff right now. It's just boxes and it's disorganized, and I'm in the process of like just putting this room together. So that may change. See, I was listening to Nerd Rage today where Joe was just like, man, I just think I'm over it. I related to that dude a little bit.
I realized one aspect of my collecting, and I think a lot of people share, that ended up sapping my fun was multiple versions of the same character. Having all these Megatrons and Galvatrons, like I have a shelf with Shockwaves and Megatrons and Galvatrons, and it was literally sapping my energy as opposed to being something I appreciated. So I just took everything off that shelf that I didn't want on the shelf, and it looks more like a museum now, like that one shelf. And I realize it's not the collecting that's not making me happy, it's the over collecting.
This kind of gets into a side conversation. Sometimes I wonder, like, would I be happier having 5 of one thing and not one of everything? Would I be happier having 5 Primes, 3 Grimlocks, 2 Soundwaves than I would be having all of them.
That's a tough question.
A Hot Toys Prime and an XM Studios Prime, and then like the G Creations IDW Prime and the MP44, and that's it.
Does that give you the feels looking at a shelf of all these different versions of this character?
Well, like I have my G Creations Prime upstairs in my office, and he's not like in like a glorious spot at all, but it really does bring me joy to see it. And I walk in there all the time, and every time I see it, I'm like, God, it's a good looking figure.
Because it's just him there.
Yeah, but just will you take a risk on?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay,
I definitely will.
So we'll check back next time.
Skeleton in the closet.
R. Kelly, a picture of Jisk's boxes.
Styrofoam.
Wine in the fridge.